It is always a fun time when these two teams meet. The New York Mets are in town to take on the Atlanta Braves here at Truist Park in Atlanta as we take a look at our game storylines coming in to Game 1. Bo Bichette is raking right now for the Mets. The Braves will look to slow him down. Reynaldo Lopez dominant on the mound as of late. Ozzie Albies is surging at the plate as well. And so many other storylines coming into play today here in Atlanta across the league real fast. Luis Gil fired 7 innings against these Bravos in 2-hit baseball for Atlanta. They got swept by the New York Yankees on the road over the weekend. And so many other storylines that you can take a look at right there as we are set for action here in Atlanta. It's Game 1 between the Mets and Braves coming up next. Reynaldo Lopez gets the start today for the Braves. 24 starts under his belt on the season. He's got a 9-9 record and a 3.2 ERA. So he's pitched pretty well, hasn't had a ton of run support behind him. And the Braves will look to change that here in a big series in the National League East. These two teams within a game of each other. Mets come in 58-61 on the year. Braves come in 57-63. Francisco Lindor set to lead things off here for New York, and this rivalry matchup is underway. One-0 pitch misses inside. 2-0 to start the game for Reynaldo Lopez. Swinging a ground ball foul. First strike of the game is a foul ball, and it's 2-1 to Lindor, leading things off here for the Mets. Rough road trip on a brief 3-game set in New York to take on the Yankees as Lindor fouls this one off, and it's even at 2-2. After such a good homestand, a brief road trip that did not go the Braves' way. They won 6 of 7 at home before that Yankee series where they lost all 3 games. 2-2 to Lindor. Inside, full count to start the game. Three-two pitch. Ground ball right side. That's going to sneak through for a base hit. Leadoff single for Lindor. And he's aboard against Lopez to start the game. A 3-2 battle to open up this game, and Lindor just got enough of it to get it past Albies in right field. And now here's Juan Soto, who has been absolutely destroying baseballs. Diving stop by Riley to second. It's wide. A good effort by Austin Riley. They're going to call it an error on a diving play by Riley, but a wide throw puts runners on first and second to start the game. So here's Bo Bichette now. He's been hitting very well. Early traffic on the bases here against the Braves. 9-game hitting streak coming into the game for Bichette. He's batting .283. And he has been hitting very well as of late. Right down the pipe, 1-1. Ooh, just missed at the knees. 2 balls and a strike to Bichette. Off the fists and fouled away. Even at 2-2 now to open up this game. First and second, nobody out. Got him to chase it. Strikeout for Reynaldo Lopez. And Bichette goes down swinging as we finally take a look at the Mets starting lineup. You just saw the first 3 in Lindor, Soto, and Bichette. Standing in now, the cleanup man, Jorge Polanco, followed by Luis Robert Jr. and Ronnie Mauricio in the middle. And the bottom 3, Marcus Semien, Francisco Alvarez, and Tyrone Taylor. Here is Polanco. Long career for him. Most recently with the Seattle Mariners before coming over to the National League East in the Mets uniform. 0-1-2 Polanco clips the zone, and it's quickly 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Swinging a foul ball, they just got a piece of it. Another 0-2. Just missed, and a challenge from Baldwin here. Let's see if we got another strikeout. It was close and just down. So a first inning challenge loss by the Braves. And a fly ball popped up rather on the infield. This will be Ozzie Albies to make the catch. Infield fly rule anyway, and there's 2 away. So after the first 2 men reach, a couple back-to-back outs for Lopez. Brings Luis Robert to the plate. First pitch stays high, ball 1. Fly ball right center field. Michael Harris will range over, and the catch will be made to retire the side. Reynaldo Lopez hits out of an early jam in the first. Mets strand 2 runners on base, and we are just underway here from Atlanta. Starting pitcher today for the Mets will be Clay Holmes, who in 22 games has not had a very good year. 4-10 on the season, a 4.44 ERA. Braves will look to exploit that here in Game 1 of this big series in the National League East. Austin Riley will stay in the leadoff spot after he moved there over the weekend. And he will stand in there to lead things off, batting .264 coming into play today. And the first pitch to him is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Riley. A ball and a strike. In there, 1-2. Another sweeper finds the strike zone. Riley got to protect the plate here to lead off this game, and he chases. Austin Riley goes down swinging to start the game. Let's take a look now at the Braves starting lineup. You just saw Riley. Acuna will stand in now, followed by Drake Baldwin. In the middle, Matt Olson in the cleanup spot today. Ozzie Albies in the 5. Ha-Seong Kim gets another start at shortstop in the 6 hole. Michael Harris, Jurickson Profar, and Mike Yastrzemski are the bottom 3. Braves looking to do better than they did against the Yankees over the weekend. Acuna to the right side, bounces into the glove of Polanco, and there's quickly 2 out.
Batting third, catcher, Drake Baldwin.
So now the last hope in the first inning here for Atlanta is Drake Baldwin. 26 homers on the season so far. That's a career high already for the Rookie of the Year last year. First pitch down, and it's 1-0. Into center field, blows right past the face of Holmes, and a base hit for Baldwin. That'll continue this first inning with 2-out knock. Here's Olson now, who takes downstairs 1-0. 1-0 pitch is on the outside corner, 1-1. Just underway here from Atlanta. Big series in the National League East between the Mets and the Braves as both teams look to fight their way towards a wild card spot. And it's always fun when these two teams meet. The 1-1. Olsen taps it foul, and it's 1-2. Got him. Olsen goes down on strikes to end the inning. Braves strand one, and we're underway through one, scoreless in Atlanta. Leadoff man for the Mets here in the second inning. Ronnie Mauricio will get the chance to swing here against Reynaldo Lopez. Mets stranded 2 runners on base after the first 2 men reached in the first. And they couldn't capitalize. Good job by Lopez to get out of the jam early. Breaking ball, little tapper back to the mound. And Lopez takes his time, 1 out.
That is better. The designated hitter. Watch this inning.
So 1 away here in the second inning. Here is the veteran presence in Marcus Semien, who's DHing today for the Mets. 8 home runs, 29 RBIs on the season for him. Fly ball center field on the first pitch. And Harris has no problem, and he's got it for a quick out number 2.
Batting 8th, catcher Francisco Alvarez.
So very quickly 2 away here in the second. That'll bring Francisco Alvarez to the plate. The Mets catcher today batting .217 on the year. And Reynaldo Lopez looking for a very quick second here as Lopez bends out of danger. Alvarez does. A ball and no strikes. In at the knees. Ball and a strike now. Strike called again at the knees. 1-2 the count. Painting the chalk. And now a strike away from a very quick second. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul ball. Another 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Reynaldo Lopez. He gets a ground out, he gets a fly out, and a strikeout to retire the side. Bottom half of inning number 2, Ozzie Albies will be the hitter here for the Braves. He's been swinging a hot bat as of late. Batting .267 now on the season. And he leads things off here in the second inning. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 here for Atlanta with Albies, Kim, and Harris. Here comes an ABS challenge from Alvarez. And it clipped the zone. Strike 1. Appreciate it, Sam. Much needed. Much needed. That one stays high, ball and a strike. Braves in real life are not playing very well right now. That West Coast trip in the middle of it did not help. Swing and a miss by Albies, 1-2. Braves stranded 1 runner on base in the first. It was the 2-out single by Drake Baldwin. The 1-2 pitch. Inside and it hits him. And we'll take that. On a 2-strike count, Albies gets hit and he's aboard. And that brings Hassan Kim to the plate. A little more frequent in the lineup as of late for Kim. Mauricio Dubon not getting as many at-bats as of late. Kim gets the start again today at shortstop. And batting in the 6th hole with a runner on first. inside ball one. Big series here between the Braves and the Mets, two National League East rivals doing battle. The 1-0, Kim takes a strike. Both of these teams at the moment are on the outside looking in at a playoff spot, but it's still anybody's race. All these games down the stretch, oh so important. Swing and a miss by Kim, 1-2. Breaking ball, little yank job that goes foul. They'll do it again. Braves got swept over the weekend against the Yankees, looking to get back in the win column. 1-2 to Kim. Ground ball right side, snared by Polanco. Throw to second for one, and right back at him. It's a double play. 3-6-3, they roll it up, and just like that, there's two away. Just about as routine as it gets over there at first base for Jorge Polanco. Michael Harris now the last hope for the Braves. And he hits this one foul. .231 average coming into play today for Harris, 57 RBIs. Bats here with nobody on and two out in the second. Tapper found, they'll do it at 0-2. Harris fouls it off, and he stays alive at 0-2. Outside, good take. And it's a ball and two strikes to the Braves center fielder from Clay Holmes, who's at 25 pitches through the first two innings. Harris in a battle here, still down 1-2 in the count. Swing and a miss and a ball in the dirt. Drop third strike rule in effect. Alvarez throw is in time to get him. And the side is retired. A double play kind of kills the momentum in the inning for the Braves. And we head to the third here in a scoreless game in the NL East.
Leading off with the Mets, right fielder Tyrone Taylor.
Tyrone Taylor set to lead things off here for New York. Top half inning number 3. As Taylor will stand in here against Reynaldo Lopez, who takes inside for ball 1. I did a home run derby today in the show 7 Legends, and Acuna every matchup except for the first was strong. The loser in each matchup lost by 1. The first matchup was Gwynn versus Griffey. Awful. Three balls and no strikes to the 9 hole, and finally a strike at the knees. Francisco Lindor in the top of the order waits on deck, and that one way up and in. So Lopez with a leadoff walk to the 9 hole. Now you got to be careful. Back to the top of the order we go. Francisco Lindor started the game off with a base hit. Swing and a miss by Lindor to start the at-bat. 1 for 5 in yesterday's game for the Mets with a home run for Lindor. 0-1 pitch fouled off. 0-2 now to the leadoff man for the Mets. Runner on first is Taylor. Reggie Jackson. Strike 3 called. Lopez paints the corner for a strikeout, and there's one away. As we take a look at the pitch arsenal here early, a lot of fastballs from Lopez just pounding away at that strike zone. So one away, runner on first. Here is Juan Soto. Leads the National League in batting average at .325. Reached on an error his last time. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss by Soto. Soto also has 44 home runs on the year, leads the National League by far. He's on pace for over 60, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Another fastball and Soto's retired. And there's 2 away. So after the leadoff walk, Reynaldo Lopez is just rearing back and letting it fly. 22-23 was the home run total for that round for both competitors. Sounds entertaining. Here's Bo Bichette now. He started his first at-bat in the first with a strikeout. He's been swinging a hot bat as of late. He has 11 big flies, 39 runs driven in, but his average has climbed up to .282. Runner on first with 2 out here in the third. Taylor, the runner, over there at first base. Runner takes off, pitches inside. Baldwin's throw is high and late. And a stolen base for Tyrone Taylor. So 1 ball, no strikes to Bichette. Runner in scoring position now. And the 1-0 is in there, 1-1. Second time in 3 innings the Mets have had a runner in scoring position. As Bichette taps it foul, and he's down to his final strike in the at-bat. 27 the first round, beating Ted Williams, who had 26. Sounds very entertaining, Sam. Ooh, just missed. 2-2. Reynaldo Lopez looking to get out of the jam. Deuce is wild. And the 2-2 pitch on the way, and a fly ball right center field. Harris, long run. Can't get there. Base hit. Taylor will come around to score, and the Mets take a 1-0 lead. Little bloop single for Bo Bichette, extending his hitting streak to 10 games. And the Mets strike first here in Atlanta tonight. Here's Jorge Polanco now, who takes a strike on another fastball from Lopez. So 1-0 Mets take the lead. Polanco popped out to second base, and Olby's his last time to the plate. And the 0-1 just missed outside. Polo grounds. On the ground to short. Throw will go all the way to first, and it's in time to get him, and the side is retired. But the Mets do strike first here in the third inning. RBI single by Bo Bichette, and it's 1-0 New York. Wrong. We welcome you back to Atlanta. As we take a look at the offense in the series, it just went absolutely dormant. They batted .161 against the Mets. They did hit 3 homers and 7 extra base hits. They scored 6 runs, or at least had 6 RBIs, but they got swept by New York over the weekend, and it was a rough scene at the Mickey Mouse Club in New York, that Short Porch Stadium. Here's a drive down the line. That is a foul ball by Profar. PNC Park. Inside, 1-1. Little flare left center field. Coming over is Soto. And he makes the catch for out number 1. So Profar flyout victim after he just couldn't keep it fair down the left field line, and now to Mike Yastrzemski we go. PNC Park's one of the best MLB stadiums. 0-1, 1-0. Yastrzemski batting .254 coming into play today. Been in the league since 2013, former San Francisco Giant. Nobody on, 1 out. We're in the third here to 1-0 Mets lead. Game 1 of the series and a big one here in the East. Ground ball foul to the right, and it's 2-2. Yastrzemski now looking to protect the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a foul ball keeps it going. Acuna liked that pull in left field. A lot of his homers bounced off of it. Nothing is more satisfying than a home run off of the foul pole. The 2-2. Fouled off again by Yastrzemski. Top of the order looming here for the Braves. Riley waits on deck as Yastrzemski's here in a 2-2 battle. Pitch number 37 from Clay Holmes is fouled off again. Good battle by Yastrzemski. Downstairs, full count now. Good at bat here by Yastrzemski. Austin Riley waits on deck. And a 3-2 pitch on the way. Outside ball 4. A professional at bat by the veteran. And Mike Yastrzemski's on at first base for Austin Riley. And back to the top we go. Riley struck out his first time. He's 0 for 1, looking to come through here in the third inning. Got him to chase it. Runner takes off, and the throw is not even close. Hit and run as Yastrzemski steals second base. Just his sixth steal of the season on a hit and run where Riley didn't make contact. So now the tying run early in scoring position here for the Braves. And now Riley with a base hit could tie this game. Fouls it off, and it's 0-2. In the dirt, knocked down by Alvarez. Runner on second is Mike Yastrzemski. Riley looking to come through the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Riley goes down swinging for the second time in as many at-bats. And there's 2 away for Ronald Acuna. He's 0 for 1 to the ground out in this game. He grounded out to first. Base hit likely ties the game, but with 2 outs, you got to get it down. Outside ball 1. Outside again, 2 balls and no strikes to Ronald Acuna. Sitting at 30 home runs on the season. Swinging a rocket but foul, 2-1. Acuna hasn't homered in 3 series. Hitters count to Acuna. Outside again, 3-1. With Drake Baldwin waiting on deck. Acuna way ahead. See if he gets a meatball. And we will never know because it's ball 4, but Alvarez first is going to challenge it. and it clipped the zone, so it's full 3-2. So a successful challenge from Alvarez. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Acuna. Here comes the payoff pitch. Ooh, it broke in and got him. Braves strand a runner in scoring position. Still 1-0 New York after 3. Luis Robert Jr., the leadoff hitter here for the Mets. Top half of inning number 4. 1-0 New York here against Reynaldo Lopez. Robert flew out to center field his last time. It'll be Robert, Mauricio, and Simeon. No balls in to strike. Robert, the former White Sox, just didn't really work out in that Chicago organization. Now finding a home here in New York. Big swing and a miss there. And it's 0-2. Pitch number 50 from Lopez is inside. And 1-2 the count. Braves losers of 3 straight games. Trying to get back in the win column. A ball and 2 strikes, and inside again, 2-2. Got him to chase it. And a strikeout for Reynaldo Lopez starts the 4th. And strikeout number 5 as we take a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud. The pitch that he got him to chase on, 9 inches of pitch break on the slider and over 2,200 rotations per minute. Yes, it does, Sam. That's actually a really good comparison. Here is Ronnie Mauricio, who grounded out his first time. He grounded back out to Lopez. 1 out, nobody aboard. We're in the 4th. Inside 1-1. Biggest storyline I saw today across the sports world. John Morant going to the Portland Trail Blazers, a trade nobody saw coming in the NBA. 1-2. And as a Pacific Northwest guy, that makes me very excited for the Trail Blazers and see what they do for the rest of the offseason, because there's still a lot of time for them to work some deals. I've heard Jaylen Brown's name dropped out there a few times for the Blazers. Might be a fun time in Portland here coming up. Full count, 3-2 to Mauricio. Nobody on, 1 out. And strike 3 called, but a challenge coming. That one might have been off the plate. No, it was not. Strike 3 painted it. And another strikeout for Lopez. And there's 2 away, back-to-back strikeouts, and now Marcus Simeon to the plate. Another story in sports in the World Cup. Germany lost today. And I'm not too familiar with the World Cup, but that apparently is a big deal. Also, apparently Morocco had a goal in extra time to tie the game at 1-1. And the World Cup games have been very good today. There's a strikeout for Lopez, and he strikes out the side in the 4th. First it was Robert, then it was Mauricio, and then Simeon, who are all down by way of the K. Take a look at the WAR leaders across the National League. Juan Soto right at the top of the list. There is a Brave on that list. Drake Baldwin is right there at 4.6. But Drake Baldwin leading things off here in the 4th inning. And he takes high for ball 1 for a moment. Another challenge coming from Alvarez. Jason Robertson still being available. That's a strike. Baldwin down the right side and foul. 0-2. Baldwin singled his last time. He got stranded at first base. The 0-2. Downstairs 1-2. All these off-season trades around sports always grab the headlines. Right now it's basketball. Swing and a miss by Baldwin, and he strikes out for the first time in this game. And now Matt Olson, who also struck out, 1 of 6 so far for Clay Holmes. Braves still with only 1 hit in this game. They've had a few base runners, 2 walks to a base hit. Here's Olson, who takes off the plate, 1-0. The bats have gone cold for this Braves lineup as they look to find a spark like they did in the last homestand. That would not surprise me, Sam. 2-0. Are there any candidates that are out there? Olson just missed that one. 2-1. Downstairs 3-1. Jason Robertson going to the Sharks would be very fun to watch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That San Jose team is going to be good. Three-two pitch in the dirt, ball 4, and another base runner here for the Braves. That's the 3rd via the walk to just 1 hit. And Olson's aboard here with 1 out for Ozzie Albies, who got hit by a pitch earlier. Pitch number 60 from Holmes starts the at-bat to Albies with the ball downstairs. And there is action going in the Mets bullpen. A.J. Minter, the former Atlanta Brave, and Tobias Myers warming up out there. The Kraken did try for him, and they offered him a big contract, and he denied it, which made the ownership look so dumb. Right down the middle. It's 2-1. Seattle Kraken offered Jason Robertson a contract. I can't remember the exact numbers, but he denied it, which sent Seattle Kraken fans into a frenzy right before the NHL draft, where Seattle finally drafted a defenseman in the first round. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Holmes. 7 now in the ball game. StatCast powered by a Google Cloud will show us this. 6 inches of pitch break. 2,100 rotations per minute. So a strikeout of Ozzie Albies will bring Kim to the plate. Runner on first and 2 out. Braves looking to break through on the offensive side. And Kim grounds it foul. Who is going to pay him $14 million a year? I don't think Chicago will pay him that money. Pittsburgh, I don't think so. Maybe. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's St. Louis. Out of those teams, Kim drives it right field, and this one's going to get down and one off the wall. Matt Olson on his way to third. Here comes the relay in. The throw to the plate is in time, and Olson is hosed. Matt Olson, just not a very fast runner, gets gunned down at the plate, and the relay by the Mets keeps it a 1-0 game. Ooh, Philly might. Philly's a good call. Francisco Alvarez set to lead things off here in the 5th inning. Still 1-0 New York after Matt Olson just got thrown out at the plate. Alvarez struck out his first time. That was back in the 2nd. And he takes a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Lopez has pitched a pretty good game in this one. We mentioned it in the open that he has not gotten very much run support this year in his starts. And it just carries over into this game so far. Braves have not been able to get on the scoreboard. Still just a 1-0 game here in the 5th after they batted under 200 against the Yankees down in New York over the weekend. Strike 3 called, another strikeout for Lopez. Strikeout number 8 as both of these starting pitchers on either side are racking up the Ks. And there's one away here in the 5th inning for Tyrone Taylor. Downstairs ball 1. Taylor walked his first time. That was in the 3rd. He stole a base and then came around to score. Outside 2-0. Yeah, and you have to remember, in terms of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Sidney Crosby is not ageless. He's getting up there. 2-1. Taylor fouls it off, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two to Taylor. Strike 3 called. Another one. Strikeout number 9, and that's 5 straight strikeouts going back to last inning. And Lopez is dealing. And he's just hoping his offense can bail him out of a game where he's dominated, is in line for the loss. Here's Lindor who takes a strike. Lindor, 21 homers, which is good for 2nd on the team, which is wild considering Juan Soto's already up over 40. The 1-1, Lindor pops it up. Baldwin behind the plate. And he's got it to retire the side. Another 1-2-3 inning for Reynaldo Lopez, hoping his offense can come through here in a 1-0 game from Atlanta. Take a look at our starter comparison. This point, we started to mention it a little bit in the previous frame, but Reynaldo Lopez has been excellent. 5 innings of work, just 1 run allowed on 2 hits, and 9 strikeouts. Clay Holmes has been pretty good as well for the Mets. 4 innings of work, about to start his 5th. He's given up 2 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts for him. As the Braves look to break through offensively here in a 1-0 game, Michael Harris will lead things off, and he takes outside for ball 1. Harris struck out his first time and a drop 3rd. So he's 0 for 1. Harris inside out swing to Bichette. And the throw across is in time for out number 1. So 1 away here in the 5th inning. Harris grounds out. He's 0 for 2. And now here's Jurickson Profar, flew out to left field in his first at-bat. He had a slicing line drive that was just outside the foul line. strike one at the knees. Downstairs again, 1-1. Profar, fair ball down the line, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. They have the outfield shifted for him, and Profar is going to cruise into second with a one-out double. Trying to get something going for the Braves offense here against the Mets. And he goes the other way. That's not a bad idea, Sam. So tying run at second base now here for Atlanta. Here is Yastrzemski. And he swings away at the first pitch, sends it towards left center. Robert on the run, runs it down, tagging from second and heading for third is Profar, and he's in there. But now there's two away. Yastrzemski with a productive out. But now the Braves will need a base hit to tie the game with Austin Riley at the dish. 0 for 2 with a couple strikeouts. As Blooper tries to get the crowd into it. Base hit ties the game for Riley here against the rivals. First pitch outside, ball one. Riley shoots this one towards right center field. This ball's hit deep, back, and off the top of the wall. Coming in to score is Profar. Riley to second. It's an RBI double, and this game is tied. Austin Riley comes through in the clutch, and it's 1-1 here in Atlanta. And now Acuna, who takes an inside strike. Acuna now with a base hit. Could potentially give the Braves the lead here in the fifth as they finally get to Clay Holmes. Heck no, I do not want Ayuk. In the dirt, good stop by Alvarez. What up, CH? Welcome in, Poppy. A ball and a strike. Swing and a miss on a ball that he chased, and it's 1-2. Tapper goes foul. Acuna stays alive. Crowd back into it here at Truist Park. Braves strike here in the fifth to tie the game at 1 apiece. And a huge NL East game. Inside, 2-2 to Acuna. Swinging a Tapper. They'll do it again. Clay Holmes is up over 80 pitches now. He's at 81. And another Deuces Wild offering to Ronald Acuna Jr. Acuna, another foul ball. Good battle by Ronald here. As the at-bat continues, another Deuces Wild offering. Acuna fouls it off again. What a battle as it just continues. Another 2-2 on the way. Little poke job left center field. That might fall. It will. In to score is Riley. And the Braves take the lead. Throw to second is in time. But Acuna gives the Braves the lead in the fifth. It's been a fun one here in Atlanta. The Mets struck first Early in this game, they scored in the third inning to take a 1-0 lead, and then it wasn't until the last half inning that we just saw where the Braves tied the game. Olsen did get thrown out at the plate, but Austin Riley comes through an RBI double off the very top of the wall in right center field, tied the game, and then Ronald Acuna gave the Braves the lead. It's 2-1 Atlanta as we start the sixth inning. Juan Soto, who leads the National League in home runs, will lead things off here for the Mets. Now a one-run lead for the Braves as they flip the script in the fifth. Soto pokes this one towards right field, and the ballpark will hold it. Acuna's got it for out number one. And now Bo Bichette to the plate. CH, who's your boys? I don't know who Oakland's playing tonight. Or I guess Sacramento. Bo Bichette had an RBI his last time. 0-2. RBI single for Bichette in the third inning, scored the game's first run. Braves have since taken the lead. Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's the Dodgers. Boo! 0-2. High drive left field, slicing into the seats. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and Lopez has hit double digits in strikeouts. And there's two away here in the sixth for Jorge Polanco. Polanco 0 for 2 in the ball game. Takes strike one. Polanco on the ground. Here's Olbies. He makes the play with ease, and a 1-2-3 inning for Lopez. He is pitching incredible here tonight, and the Braves carry their 2-1 lead into the bottom of the sixth. Sam, I don't even live in Braves country. The whole USA is Braves country. The former Atlanta Brave, A.J. Minter, will get the call out of the bullpen to face his former teammates. 54 games appeared in and a 4.02 ERA, and his first task will be Drake Baldwin, who singled back in the first. He's 1 for 2. First pitch inside, 1-0. Braves finally get the bats going here against the Mets. Now looking to keep the momentum going here in the sixth. Baldwin with a high fly ball into left center. Robert is there for out number one. So Baldwin flies out to start the inning. Here is Matt Olson now, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. He walked his last time and got thrown out at the plate trying to score. Olson hits this one the other way, left field. Ballpark will hold this one. Olson misses it, and Soto's got it for a quick 2 outs. Shohei got career homer number 298, so my channel is about to be under another milestone watch soon. Oh, CH, I totally forgot to go to your channel. The last time I told you I was going to, I totally forgot about that. I need to do that. I'm going to write it down. I need a piece of paper. I need to write it down. My bad. I totally forgot. One 0 to Olbies, and at the knees, 1-1. That's my fault, CH. I'm sorry. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Always goes down swinging, and a very quick 1-2-3 inning from the former Brave, A.J. Minter. Tyler Kinley will come out of the bullpen to take over for the excellent start that Reynaldo Lopez just delivered. 45 games for Kinley on the season. He's got a 2.93 ERA, and his first task will be Luis Robert Jr. Appreciate it, CH. Going back and forth in the stands and talking to the announcer somehow. First pitch to Robert is fouled off, and it's 0-1. Oh, and 2. Quickly, 0-2 to Robert. Inside out swing for Olsen. And he takes it to the bag himself for out number 1. So 1 away, Mauricio will stand in now here for New York. 0 for 2 in the ball game, strikeout and a ground out. Braves lead by 1 in the 7th. They scored both of their runs in the 5th inning. Strike 1. A ball and a strike to Mauricio. Inside, hitters count now. 2 balls and a strike. Mauricio struck out looking his last time. He also grounded out to Reynaldo Lopez on the mound. He's ahead 3-1 here against Tyler Kinley. 3-1 on the way outside ball 4. Tying run aboard here for the Mets. And Mauricio's aboard for the first time. Brings way to Marcus Semien. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Okay, Sam. Up and into Semien, ball 1. Semien struck out his last time. That was in the 4th inning. He also flew out to center field back in the 2nd. In at the knees, 1-1. And a challenge coming from Semien. That looked like a strike. And it was. Just barely, but it was. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. Hitters count now to Semien. Runner on first with 1 out. The 2-1. Semien taps it foul, and it's 2-2. In the dirt, Baldwin knocks it down. Good stop. Full count at 3-2 now to Semien. Dangerous territory here for Tyler Kinley. 3 balls and 2 strikes and a foul ball. What up, Scribs? Fouled away, 3-2. Joe Chomsky. A battle continues between Kinley and Semien, and another foul ball. No, it is not. We've got a good one in the National League East. 2 rivals doing battle here in the midst of a playoff push. The 3-2. Turns on this one and sends it high in the air to left field for Yastrzemski. And he will come through it to make the catch for the second out. And staying at first base is Mauricio. 2 down.
Next to the net, Francisco Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez here with 2 out, runner on first. Tyler Kinley looks to get out of the inning, and it's right down the heart of the plate. On the ground, Riley makes a sliding stop, gets up, throw to first. It's in time. And the Gold Glover has done it again on the hot corner. Time to stretch in Atlanta in a 1-run game.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 32.
New pitcher into the game for the Mets. Tobias Myers will get the call out of the bullpen. 52 games under his belt on the season, and it's a 3.7 ERA.
Leading off for the Braves.
Braves will send Hassan Kim to lead things off in the 7th. 6, 7, 8 due up here for the Braves in a 1-run game. Kim yanks it foul, and it's 0-1. Another ball just foul. 6, 7. No balls and 2 strikes. Kim fouls it off, and it's still 0-2. One thing that's really aggravating me as I'm calling this game, I keep breaking the lead in my mechanical pencil, and it is driving me absolutely nuts. 0-2 pitch to Kim. Swing and a miss. Kim goes down swinging.
Center fielder, Michael Harris.
And there's one away for Michael Harris. Harris 0 for 2 in the ball game. And Harris upstairs 1-0. Harris grounded out to third in the 5th inning. He also struck out in the 2nd. Left side, that's a base hit. Opposite field base hit for Harris. Good piece of hitting. And he's aboard here with 1 out. So Harris on at first. Here's Jurickson Profar, who takes outside 1-0. PED man doubled in the 5th. Came around to score one of the 2 runs the Braves scored in that 5th inning. Profar pops it up foul, and it's a ball and a strike. Profar left side, backhanded by Bichette, throw to second for 1, and a double play. That was a great play by Bo Bichette over there at third base, and the Braves are held scoreless here in the 7th. Tyrone Taylor will lead things off. Top half of inning number 8. Braves 6 outs away from a Game 1 win. Tyler Kinley will remain out there, about to throw his 20th pitch out of the bullpen. It's 9-1-2 due up here for New York as Taylor takes outside. I agree, Scribbs. F the Mets. The 1-0. Taylor, the other way to right field. Acuna drifts and makes the catch. 1 out. And now back to the top of the order, the Mets go. Francisco Lindor will stand in. Nobody on, 1 out here in the 8th. Fouled off by Lindor, 0-1. Braves choose to keep Kinley out there to face the left-handed hitter in Francisco Lindor. I did not. Fouled off, and it's 0-2. I got off of work today and basically came here to start this. So I have not really looked at anything that has happened today. That does not surprise me. Juan Soto is garbage. Lindor fouled off. And it's 0-2, and I probably should not have said that with Soto in the on-deck circle here in this game. Fouled off by Lindor, and it's still 0-2. You guys are scaring me. Who the heck is Joe Chomsky? Strike three called. Tyler Kinley gets the strikeout. And there's 2 away here in the 8th inning. The Braves are racking up the strikeouts here against this Mets squad today. And there's 2 away here in the 8th inning, and a pitching change ahead of Juan Soto coming to the plate. New pitcher into the game for Atlanta, Robert Suarez, will get the call out of the bullpen. He's got a 2.33 ERA. He's appeared in 47 games to this point, and he's got a big out to get. Juan Soto, the National League home run leader, at .323 batting average, stands in a one-run game. Big out here on the line. And Soto rips it to Olsen, who's got it, steps on the bag, and it takes just one pitch for Robert Suarez to get out of the 8th inning. Bottom half of inning number 8 here in Atlanta. Last chance for the Braves to get some insurance before the 9th. It'll start with Yastrzemski, and then it'll go to Riley and Acuna, as Yastrzemski takes strike at the top of the zone. Yastrzemski is 0 for 1 in 2 at-bats. He walked back in the 3rd. That one's high, 1-1. Just over 32,000 in attendance here for Game 1 between these two rivals. And a huge series. Outside 2-1. Mets scored their 1 run in this ball game back in the 3rd inning. Braves scored both of their runs in the 5th. Yastrzemski fouls it off, and it's 2-2. Ooh, Scribbs smells steaks. 2-2. Did he go? Yes, he did. Yastrzemski strikes out. And there's 1 away for Austin Riley, who doubled off the right center field wall, off the very top of the wall, back in the 5th inning. That's tied the game at 1 apiece before the Braves took the lead on the RBI single by Acuna. Riley pops it up foul. They'll do it at 0-2. Riley on the ground, right side, snared by Polanco, throw to first, and Myers gets there to cover, and there's 2 away. So 2 away here in the 8th inning. Acuna, the last hope for some insurance for Atlanta. 1 for 3 RBI single that gave the Braves the 2-1 lead in the 5th. That's where we stand right now. Downstairs to Acuna, ball 1. inside 2-0. Acuna ahead in the count. Acuna got one right down the middle and he fouls it away. 2-1, still ahead. All 3 runs in this game scored combined, featuring no home runs. Acuna outside, 3-1. Baldwin waits on deck. Acuna way ahead. The 3-1. Right there, full count. So 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Here comes the payoff for Myers to Acuna. Strike 3 called right down the middle. Acuna couldn't pull the trigger, and the side is retired. All right, here we go. Braves need 3 outs in a 1-run game to take game 1 of this series. It's closing time here in Atlanta. Here comes Raisel Iglesias. He's got 3 outs to get here against the Mets. Lopez on the season, 44 games, 25 for 32 in save opportunities. And his first task will be Bo Bichette, who is responsible for the 1 run on the board for the Mets. He's 1 for 3 with that RBI single he hit back in the 3rd. Here we go for the 9th. Ball 1 to Bichette. It'll be 3, 4, and 5, heart of the Mets order in a 1-run game. Strike 1 call. Swing and a miss, blew it by him at 96. And it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out, 1 gone. What a pitch by Iglesias. And Bichette goes down swinging, another strikeout for the Braves. 12 strikeouts combined as a pitching staff, and Polanco fouls the first pitch off. Polanco 0 for 3 in the ball game. He's grounded out twice, 1 to second base, 1 to shortstop, and a pop out to Always at second. Fouled off, and it's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Missed outside. Strike 3 called. 2 away. Back-to-back strikeouts for Iglesias. And the Braves are an out away from taking game 1. Luis Robert Jr., the last hope. Strike 1. These 2 teams separated by just a game in the win column. The Braves looking to take game 1. Here's the 0-1. Stays high, 1-1 the count. Inside, hitters count to Robert now. 2 balls and a strike. Right down the middle, and they're 1 strike away. 2-2 the count. The Deuce's wild pitch. Just missed, full count, 3-2. Mauricio would be next here for the Mets. Payoff pitch. Fouled off. It's been a pitching clinic for the Braves in this game. They have 12 strikeouts combined. Another payoff. Outside ball 4. Roberts keeps it going, and the tying run on base here for the Mets. And now Ronnie Mauricio gets the call. Mauricio is 0 for 2 in 3 plate appearances, takes strike 1. He walked his last time. He also has a strikeout and a ground out in this game. Stays high, ball 1. 97 miles an hour on the fastball from Raisel Iglesias. On the ground right side, this should do it. Albies has got it, and the Braves have won it. A 2-1 pitching clinic by the Atlanta Braves tonight. And they take game 1 of a huge series against the Mets. They scored both of their runs in the 5th inning. Reynaldo Lopez gets the win. Clay Holmes the loss, and Raisel Iglesias gets his 26th save on the season. It started off strong for the Mets. They scored first in this one, back in the 3rd inning on an RBI single by Bo Bichette. Matt Olson tried to come through to tie the game. He got thrown out. All things were looking down until Austin Riley got the bats going. He hit that RBI double up the top of the wall to tie the game. One batter later, Acuna gave the Braves the lead, and they didn't look back. 2-1 the final score here in Atlanta. Okay, what am I writing down?